Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. So I want to show you how I make this delicious Platano lasagna. This pastelon has to be one of the best things you will ever have. It's easy to make and so flavorful. So make sure you stay to the end of the video and let's get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna start with peeling our plantains. So I have here some very ripe plantains and I have here some not so ripe plantains. So I will usually keep the peel on, but there's so many of them that I'm just gonna be here for a long time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel them off right now. And they are so easy to peel. They peel just like a banana. When they are at this point, forget it. You are gonna do this in no time. So after peeling your plátanos, you're going to go ahead and cut them up and add it to your pot. And then we're going to add some water to it and put it to boil on medium-high heat. Alright, mi gente, so after cutting my plátanos, I'm going to go ahead and fill it with some water. You just want enough water to cover your plátanos. And like I said before, we're going to cook this on medium-high heat and we're going to partially cover it, right? Don't cover it all the way because then you're going to have a mess all over. Alright guys, so now for my ground beef, I have my skillet here on medium high heat and I didn't add no oil to it. So you're just gonna go ahead and let your meat get nice and brown and it's gonna spill out some fat and some juices. So that's how you're gonna cook it. You're just gonna cook it in its own juices. So while that happens, we're gonna cut our peppers. So I have here some red peppers that I just went in and diced up and I'm gonna use half of an orange pepper. So you really don't have to do two different peppers. I like the color and the taste of it. You can do either or, so just make sure you dice it up. And guys, just a little tip, so if you don't want your cutting board to move everywhere when you're chopping stuff up, just use a wet paper towel on the bottom or a wet cloth on the bottom, and that will stabilize your cutting board and it will like move it everywhere while you're chopping stuff up. All right, so after cutting my peppers, I went in and I chopped up one Spanish onion. So you can use any onion you have. You can use a red onion, you can use a white onion, anything you have in hand, you can go ahead and use for this recipe, all right? Don't go crazy trying to find all the ingredients. Just use what you have. All right, mi gente, now for my garlic, I have here 5 garlic cloves. I know you might think it's a lot of garlic, but I am making a good amount of meat. So just gonna go ahead and peel your garlic, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my garlic smasher to smash this up, but you can go ahead and cut them up with a knife. But anything that is gonna make my life a little bit easier when it comes to prepping my food, I'm here for it. All right. So I have my smashed garlic and my peppers and onions. Alright guys, so back to my plátanos. When you see that your plátanos are starting to boil, you're going to go ahead and season them out with some salt and sugar. And that is just going to bring out more flavor. So now you're just going to partially cover it and just let it cook until they're nice and soft. So at this point, my meat has browned very nicely and it has released all of that liquid and that fat. So I am going to get rid of some of it because I don't want my pastelon to be too wet. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a paper towel and just soak all of that juice and that fat out of my meat. I am going to leave some because I am going to saute my peppers and my onions on this, and you do need a little bit of grease. So now my plátanos are done, guys. When you see that your plátanos have that foam thing on the top, they are ready to go. Just take them out of the water and then just let them chill in the back until you're ready to use it. Alright guys, so now that my meat is nice and brown, I went in and I added my peppers and my onions and just sauteed that for about 3 minutes. And then I added my smashed garlic, and then you want to saute your garlic for about 30 seconds. So when you start to smell it, that's when you're going to start to season everything up. So I have here some homemade sofrito that my mom made me, guys, and it was delicious. So I added that in there. I added some sazón. I'm also went in and I added some more garlic powder because why not? I added some cumin, some worchesire sauce, some adobo, and I went in and I added some dry herbs. So I have here some Dominican oregano. I also added some dried thyme and a dry parsley. And you want to make sure you grind everything in between your hands to release the flavor. And then you're just gonna go ahead and finish it up with some salt, guys. And then you're just gonna mix everything together, saute this for about 3 to 4 minutes so everything can get to know each other. And then I'm gonna go ahead and taste it and adjust it to my liking. So my meat did need a little bit more seasoning, so I just went in and I added adobo and a little bit more sazón, guys, and that just made everything that much better. So now you're just gonna go ahead and mix this up and then add some tomato paste. So as soon as you're happy with how your meat tastes, you're gonna add your tomato paste and then you're just gonna saute it just for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of water and then I'm gonna lower my heat to medium low and then I'm gonna partially cover my ground beef and then I'm gonna let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. But here and there you want to go ahead and you mix it around. If you have to break the meat a little bit more, make sure you do so. And then that's it, just let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes. All right, guys, so while my meat's cooking, we're going to smash our ripe plantains. So I'm going to go ahead and smash this up with some butter, milk, and I'm also going to add some mixed cheese. And then you're just going to go ahead and smash everything together until everything is nice and smooth. And like I said before, guys, everything that I'm using for this recipe is going to be down in the description, so make sure you check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and smash my plantains. You can use a potato smasher or you can just use the bottom of a cup, which is what I'm using right now. And then you're just going to smash your platano until everything is nice and soft and smooth. And I want you to taste it and, of course, adjust it to your liking. So at this point, my meat is ready to go, guys. And let me tell you, this is so flavorful. It came out so delicious. All right, mi gente, so now it's time to build our pastelon. So my camera died when I was doing this step here. So all I did, I just added a little bit of the meat on the bottom of my pot. Not even like the meat and so just like the juice so I can grease up the bottom of it. And then I went in and I started adding my smashed platanos, guys. So you want to make sure the whole bottom of your casserole dish is covered with your platanos, the bottom, the corner, and everything, all right? So once you're happy with how it looks, you're going to go ahead and start adding your ground beef, guys. And let me tell you, oh my God, I know I said this before, but this ground beef is so delicious, guys. You can use this for your empanadas. You can use it for your pastelón, for your tacos, or anything, girl. This is the one. So after adding your meat, you're going to go ahead and add your cheeses. So I have here mozzarella cheese and Mexican blend cheese. And I'm also going to add this mixture of egg and milk. And this is just to keep everything together and to keep everything from drying up, all right? So now we are going to go ahead and repeat the same step. So we're just going to go ahead and add our smashed plantain to the second layer of our pastelon. And then you're going to smooth everything out. The only thing you're not going to add is the ground beef because this is just the top of our pastelon. So you're just going to go ahead and smooth out your plátano. And then you're going to add that mixture with the egg and the milk and just spread it around. And then you're going to top it off with your cheeses. All right, guys, so for your last layer, which is the top layer, you're just going to add as much cheese as you want, okay? Just go crazy. So now we're going to cover it up with some aluminum foil that I'm going to spray with some cooking oil. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want my cheese to stick to my aluminum foil while it's baking, all right? So you're just going to put that part that you spray, you're going to put it, on the bottom, and then just going to cover this up, and you're going to cook it at 375 for about 40 minutes. And then after that, you're going to take it out of your oven. And then you're going to up the temperature of your oven at 400 degrees. All right. So we went from 375 to 400. And after removing the foil, my cheese did not stick to it. You see, that's a nice pro tip right there. So guys, you're gonna put this back in the oven at 400 degrees and then you're gonna bake it for about 10 to 15 minutes until the top look like this. And oh my God, this is heaven. Guys, this looks amazing. It looks so good. I love when my top is nice and crispy and those burnt edges. Oof, that is something else. So you're just gonna let it rest before you cut it for about 10 minutes. But oh guys, let me show you this beauty inside. Oh God, this has to be one of the best combinations ever, guys. And the next day, the leftovers are just amazing. So guys, please make this. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.